Well done there, Year 1. Hope you had fun in creating a little point system and making it competitive. Now this time, what I would like you to do is make up your own game. Think about what you could do with your book and your piece of paper with striking. Here's a little idea, is you may have a family member throw you your piece of equipment and you may need to hit it. And you may take it in turns, and every time you hit it, you get a point. So think of different games you may want to play with your pieces of equipment. So I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, Year 1, and if you can, send me lots of pictures and lots of videos of you joining in your striking and your hand-eye coordination lesson. See you all very soon. Hello Year 5 and welcome to this week's PE lesson at home. We are going to be focusing on hand-eye coordination, working in groups, so working in a little bit of teamwork, so you will need a partner for this lesson in some stages, and we're also going to be working on some accuracy. So we are going to be focusing on striking. So what I need you to do is find a ball and a racket or a piece of paper scrunched up, and you make a ball with it, and a book at home. So you need to pause the video and go and find your equipment, please, Year 5. So you should have all your equipment now. So I'm going to start with my book and my piece of paper scrunched up to make a ball. So to start with, for a little bit of our warm-up, we're going to get our eyes working with our hands and our brain working together. So to start with, we're going to throw the ball up, and we're going to use two hands and keep control of our piece of equipment. So you may need to bend your knees, you may need to be on your toes to move if it flies off at an angle. So it's going to go up, two hands, trying to keep control of your piece of equipment. This is quite challenging, so keep practicing and have a go. So pause the video and spend a couple of minutes on that. Off we go, Year 5. Excellent work. So we've been focusing on two hands there. This time we're going to use one hand. You may want to swap halfway through, so you pop it into your weaker hand. This is down to you at home to have a go at both. So I'm going to start in my strongest hand, the hand that I write with. I'm going to throw it up, and I'm going to focus on keeping it up using my one hand. So I'm watching my equipment with my eyes, and I'm gently hitting it up into the air to about my eye level. So pause the video and have a go at that. If that becomes too easy, what can you do? Think of a different way to challenge yourself. Like I introduced in the last part, you may want to move around. Off we go, Year 5. Pause the video, please. Hello, Year 5. Well done. Hope you're feeling more confident now at using your piece of equipment. So we're going to set another activity now. We're going to try and focus on our forehand and our backhand using our book. So can we flip it over every time we've hit it? So we'll use a forehand up, flip over, use a backhand. So using the front of the book and the back of the book. So here's a little demonstration. No doubt Mr. Kavanagh will mess up, but does it matter? No, we'll just keep practicing until we feel that we're progressing and enjoying it and improving all the time. So it goes up, forehand, backhand, forehand, oh no. Does it matter? No, we go again, we pick it up, and we focus. I'm going to focus a little bit harder this time. Up, up, and I'm using my forehand and backhand. So have a go at that. If your book is flexible, you may want to get a harder back book if you have one. And this should make the activity a little bit easier, as you can see, to keep control of your equipment. So, as you can see, Mr. Kavanagh challenged himself to start with, who found it very difficult, and then he moved on to something a little bit easier to get control of it. And then what I would do is go back to this and set myself another challenge. And then hopefully, by the end of the activity, you will see a lot of progression in your backhand and forehand. So have a go at Year 5 and then pause the video, please. So our next activity, Year 5, is we're going to be focusing on trying to hit So we're working on striking and then working on our catching, so working on our hand-eye. So I'm going to throw it up with my left hand, I'm going to hit with my right hand, try and catch with my left. So up and hit. As you can see, if you're struggling with the video, you may need to bend your knees to reach. So up, catch, up, catch. So you may need to put a lunge in to reach and try and bring it to your chest. So you need to cup your hands and have it ready. If that's too easy, maybe swap hands and have a go at using your weaker hand. So try and see how many catches you can do. If you get 10, try and get 11 onwards next time. You may want to have a competition with your brother, your sister, your family, and enjoy yourselves at home. So here's our little activity. Pause the video and have a go. So we're now moving on year 5 and we're moving on to striking our piece of equipment. We could link this into tennis, for example. So I'm going to throw my piece of equipment up and I'm going to use my book as my method of way of striking. I'm going to watch my piece of equipment with my eyes, so that's what I would like you to do. And you can see a bucket. I've made a bucket, so you will need to maybe put a jumper on the floor or find a little bucket as a target. And I'm going to try and aim and land it in my bucket. Mr. Kavanagh has just missed and it's just gone behind it. So I will collect it and I'm going to bring it back. And I'm going to have another go and it's just gone in. So what then I do is I'm going to push my bucket back a little bit further away and try and challenge myself that way. You may want to create an angle. So you're having to aim at an angle and land it in. So you and your family can have a go at this now and maybe have a point system for every time you get it in. So think of little different games that you can use your striking skills and working on your accuracy at home. So pause the video, spend 5 minutes on this little activity please. Off we go. So well done year 5. So our next progression for striking is you need to find a partner. So maybe someone like your brother, your sister or guardians, parents at home. So I've got Mrs. Rayner. So Mrs. Rayner is going to be throwing our equipment, so the piece of equipment, underarm, and I'm going to practice striking it back to my partner. If you miss it, don't worry, have another go, keep your eyes on the ball. So maybe have 5 goes at this. So I'm going to stand up, I'm going to get set, I'm going to remember bringing my racket back and forward. Oh, and we're even focusing on our partner's catching skills too, if it goes to them. So again, so that's 1, 2. If it comes to my body, I can move my feet if I need to. So 2, 3, 4, back, forward, 5. So what I would like you to have a go now at is practicing your striking, working with a partner. You may even want to swap so that you can work on feeding and catching. So have a go at that year 5, thank you. Well done year 5, hope you're enjoying the striking so far. So this time we're going to create a rally with our partner. So you'll need 2 books and 1 ball, 1 piece of paper. And the aim is to try and keep it up in the air with you and your partner joining in. So you will need a book each, and it doesn't matter if you hold it 2 hands, 1 hand, just try and focus on working together as a team to try and keep it up in the air. If you get a score of 10, try and beat it next time. So you will need a partner, you will need 2 pieces of equipment, 1 ball for this activity. So pause the video and have a game at home now. Hello year 5, so that's it for today's lesson. I hope you've enjoyed different ways of striking using different equipment. I hope you have practiced different ways of keeping the ball up in the air. So we use forehand, we've used backhand. And what I would like you to do is just keep practicing at home. There's some little games there that you can use with your family. And I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. What I would love to see is photos and videos of you joining in today's lesson. I hope to see you all very soon.